I just want to talk you through some of the things that you can expect from GMR Streaming. But first, I think it's important that we manage expectations and talk about the different options that you have available when it comes to streaming on the Gamer Center or any platform for that matter. So, first things first, most of you will be familiar with OBS and Streamlabs. So I just want to talk about how GMR fits into the same picture. So first of all, OBS is probably the most advanced tool you can use, or at least the most customizable tool that you can use. There's a learning curve with OBS. So if you're a power user, a power streamer, should I say, then OBS might be something you want to spend some time and learn how to use. And I would even advise OBS over Streamlabs in most cases too, because if you've got the interest in learning how to use a tool like OBS, it can be super powerful. And in fact, both Streamlabs and GMR Streaming is built on top of OBS. So what we've done with GMR Streaming and what Streamlabs have done is took that product, that OBS product, and tried to make it much more streamlined, frictionless, and easy to use for people who are not so interested in configuring things on a more granular level and just want to get set up and get streaming right away. So with Streamlabs, you get access to other features. So you get a simplified scene editor, which GMR Streaming also has. So it's much easier to set up a scene versus OBS. And also on GMR Streaming, we have the same features. But with Streamlabs, you can multi-stream to many different platforms at once, not just to Twitch and GMR, which is what GMR Streaming will support from the first release. There are plans, obviously, to extend that to different platforms as we move forward, but immediately you'll be able to stream to 2 platforms on GMR Streaming, whereas Streamlabs supports multiple. Now, where things get a bit more complicated with Streamlabs is that to stream to different platforms, you have to have a premium account, which means you have to pay. So there's a paywall there. Plus, there's also additional friction because you have to connect to those apps, authorize the apps, and so forth. So we don't have that problem with GMR Streaming, and I will show you how in a moment. But also Streamlabs does offer different benefits that we hope to introduce in the future. And if you're a power user, you might want them right away. But certainly for most users, you might not need them right away. So for example, if you want to stream to a vertical aspect ratio on TikTok and a horizontal aspect ratio on Twitch, you can't do that on GMR Streaming right now, but you will be able to in the future, hopefully. And on Streamlabs, you can. But again, these are premium features. All right, cool. So to put that into a super simple kind of way of thinking about it, if you're a power user and have the time and have the energy and want to learn how to configure OBS to your specific needs, use OBS. If you just want to stream, you want to maybe stream some gaming content or whatever it is you want to stream, and you don't want to pay and you're not interested in some of the more advanced stuff, GMR Streaming is perfect for you. Otherwise, you might want to consider something like Streamlabs, at least until we catch up in terms of features. All right, cool. So the first thing you're going to be welcomed with is this welcome screen where you have to add your GMR streaming key. Right now, you have to be an approved streamer to get your streaming key, but we will remove that requirement in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and connect that. And that's it. So right away, you are ready to stream on GMR. You don't have to connect anything. You don't have to log into anything. You simply add your streaming key and you are ready to go right away. Okay, cool. So then from this point, we want to get ready to stream on Twitch. But we will talk about the stream editor in a moment. So let's get that ready first. So we're going to open up the settings. Again, looking very familiar to those who use OBS and Streamlabs, because of course we've built it on top of those to be as close to what you are used to as possible and allow you to get comfortable with it before we start to truly make this a GMR specific product. Okay, so we head to stream. As you can see, GMR Center is already configured. You can change your stream key in here, but you must have one. Twitch is not yet configured, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. And simply click the edit button, add your stream key, click save, and you're done. And that's it. You are ready to stream on GMR Center and Twitch right now. If I hit go live, I am ready to stream. But before I do that, I just want to talk a little bit about the scene editor. So if you've been paying attention in the Telegram over the last few days, you will have noticed something similar to this pop up over the last few days because I've been testing the streaming content. Anyway, so in here you can kind of drag and drop elements. So I've just added a few squares, as you can see here, but you can add other things. Your camera, your game, your screen, and multiple cameras. You can add overlays, and it's much easier to use than the OBS scene editor. However, the OBS scene editor is obviously more granular, and in fact it's actually just as easy to use as the Streamlabs ones. So let's give it a go. Let's hit go live, and if I've configured this correctly, if I go to Chrome now, you should see that on Twitch and on the GMR Center I should be live. So let me give that a refresh there. Well, I'm already live, as we can see. So we can see that I am live here on GMR, and I am live here also on Twitch. So there we go. How easy is that? Totally frictionless. I'm going to end that stream just to drop it off, and yeah, there you go. So just quickly, one more thing on overlays. So right now we support the same overlay files as Streamlabs. So if you've got overlays that you want to use on both Streamlabs and on the GMR Center, you will have to go into your file system and copy the overlay file. It's a .overlay file from wherever it is on your system. Paste it somewhere you know, such as your desktop or something, and then click import overlay file and just use that. In the future, we will open an overlay store, and they may be special edition overlays for people who hold different different tokens and so forth. But to import it, you simply import it there from the place that you know, and then click to load overlay, and from here we are good to go. So as you can see, all my scenes have loaded up, all my different options, sources have loaded up, and so forth. And as you can see, the microphone is already picking it up. My webcam mic is turned off anyway on the hardware, so let me just turn them off anyway, just in case we go live by mistake, right? Anyway, obviously I need to decide what source. It's currently using my OBS virtual cam, and so forth, but you can set up scene transitions and so forth, and you're truly ready to go. All right, so that's it. So I can just go back to my old scene here, and there we go. All right, expect more in the next few days.